your house, when you're dealing with your issues, when you're dealing with your stuff, and you're still trying to encourage people at the church. They burned the city to the ground. Can you imagine the picture when David showed back up from coming to war? There was no parade. David has killed Saul has killed his 1,000, and David his 10,000. No, nobody wasn't singing when he got back to Ziklag. All he saw was devastation. All he saw was the place where his wife and his children lived was burned to the ground, and they were taken captive. David, watch this now, was anointed when this happened. I want to talk to somebody who's anointed tonight, because your anointing does not necessarily shield you from attacks from the enemy. In fact, anointing may attract the enemy. If you run into somebody who hadn't had some Ziklag moments, maybe you can then begin to question their anointing. See, because we got anointing mixed up with just falling out in church and just running around in a certain. No, the anointed are the afflicted. I've been afflicted on every side. I can't steal the ability to move on. I wish I had time to deal with all this tonight, but Jesus was anointed while he was hanging on the cross. He was anointed while they were plucking out his beard. He was anointed while they were beating him all night long. He was anointed when they was mocking him. He was anointed. We got to be careful about grabbing something we can't handle. A lot of people want elevation, but don't realize that there's hell on the way. There are enemies who are coming after you, and you got to be prepared to handle Ziklag. David was anointed to be the next king. He was next in line. He could actually see his promotion. He knew that God had laid his hand on him, and when Ziklag was burned to the ground, I'm sure David wanted to resign from everything. Have you ever worked in the church and it felt like resigning? Have you ever worked in the church and felt like this is my last week in the choir? Have you ever worked in the church and said, I'm not going to participate anymore because I'm going through zig hell and ain't nobody paying attention to my Ziklag? David had already had previous victories. He was anointed. He had already killed Goliath. But he had a Ziklag moment. Can I talk to some people who may be burnt out, who may be tired, who may have an anointing on your life, who may have had some great victories in the past, but you're dealing with some pressures in the present? David had already heard all the praises. He had already heard the praises, how they praised him greater than Saul. Now, even after you've been anointed by God and you have had previous degrees and you have matriculated at the various institutions and you have graduated summa and magna You have walked across stages, and you have been honored by the governors, and you have been honored by your city people and the representatives of the government. You can still have a zigzag moment. Here it is, when God has anointed you, and God anointed David, and he had these previous successes, and don't ever let previous successes fool you. We can get arrogant in ministry. We can get puffed up in ministry because we had a few people join our church. We done collected more money this Sunday than we ever did in the previous Sunday. We done had a few more revival invitations this year than we did last year. We can get puffed up, preachers, and we have to be careful because, see, with anointing comes assignments. And sometimes God assigns you to places you may not want to go. Here it is in this zigzag moment. Every time you have one, wherever your thoughts have been and you in these moments, I want you to notice what David does. I want you to notice how David responds to his zigzag moment. Notice, first of all, if you would, in the text, in verse 3 and 4, the Bible states that when David and his men came to the city and they found it burned down, and their wives and their sons and their daughters taken captive. Notice what the Bible says. Listen. Then David and his people who were with him raised their voices and wept until they had no more strength to weep. When you've been faced with some difficult times, when was the last time you just stopped pretending everything is okay and let everybody know, look, this is a bad week for me. I ain't feeling like praising him all the time. I don't feel like worshiping him. I know it's praise and worship time, but I had a bad week. And I wish we could come into the house of God and just have a dumpling session. We can get some things off our chest. Notice what he does when David grieves. Unfortunately, in the church, we don't allow people to grieve. We give them platitudes. You can make it if you try. Have faith in God. Everything will be all right. We give people, thank you, Branch, all things are possible to them that believe. We give people who are hurting platitudes. And we don't give them room to grieve. But I like what David did. David wept until he had no more strength to weep. When is the last time you just let it out? You say, God, I can't take it no more. God, I can't handle it anymore. God, this is the end of the rope for me. God, I need you. If you don't strengthen me, I won't even make it. He grieved. And whenever you grieve, if I could just take you to psychology for just a moment, psychologists have said that when you grieve, you go through the stages of grief. You have denial and isolation. And maybe that's why some of our members have fallen away. Maybe because they're grieving And we're working on them greedy. I ain't gonna get no help in here tonight. We're worried about why they're not at their post thirsty, instead of trying to figure out what's going on in your life. Are you in a state of grief? And when you start grieving, you start isolating yourself. You start pulling away from stuff you normally went to. You was at every conference. You was at every Bible class. You was at every Sunday school. You was at every church meeting. But we've got to learn how to let people grieve. All of them grieving at some loss of something. And then psychology says that, the second stage of grief is that you start bargaining. Yeah. We go. You know how we bargain, we go. God? Yeah. If you get me out of this, then I'll serve you the rest of, oh God, we get a voice change. My days. God, if you come and help me, I'll be faithful until the end. And when God does not show up in our bargaining stages, we get depressed. Depression is a stage of grief where individuals fall into a deep mental and slump and can't seem to make things happen in their lives. They start walking around and they don't care anymore. And I want the church of the living God to get back to the point where we minister to people's needs. And not just look at what we can get out of people. Where are you hurting? And how can we help? Where are you in pain? And how can we be of assistance? Because our churches have become the fad where we're trying to raise offerings. And Pastor Sean preached on that this morning about we got to get a blessing. It's got to have $1,000 if we can't get that blessing but I don't have 1,000. What are we going to do? And we wonder why sometimes there's a fall off in church and why people are not coming and why people, they don't see any ministry in the church. They see a lot of work in the church. They see a lot of positions in the church, but I don't see no ministry in the church. And we help the builder get back to ministering to the people of God. Maybe they'll show up and just sit and cry. I was on my way in from the airport, and we got the news, of course, prior to our arrival. One of the major hotels here did not open up. The apostle was sharing with me that some 2,000 people don't have jobs. Somebody's hurting. Somebody's unemployed. Somebody's trying to figure out how they're going to make the rent and how they're going to pay the bills. And sometimes we've got to recognize people's zigzag. Yeah. I wasn't there when they burned it down, but I see this burnt. I wasn't there when they captured all of your children, but I see they gone. David, I love this text, David grieved. As a man of God, and we've got a pastor in our Kingdom Building Association who is grieving. You gotta give people time to grieve, but notice this, I can't